What if true lasting relief wasn't just possible, but natural? What if your body held the key to unlocking its own profound healing? Hello, I'm Professor Obaidus Sattar, and for over 2 decades, I've had the privilege of seeing homeopathy transform lives. I understand that for many, homeopathy might still feel like a mystery, and that's perfectly natural. Today, we're diving deep into a truly remarkable remedy, Kali Iodatum. By the end of this video, you'll understand 3 key things: how this remedy is prepared with incredible precision, its unique personality, and how it connects to our deepest anxieties, and how it offers powerful natural anxiety relief and support for various modern wellness challenges. Stay tuned, you might just discover a profound new path to well-being for your family. So how do we create something as potent as Kali Iodatum from a simple substance like potassium iodide? It's an art and a science we call potentization. This isn't about crude doses, it's about unlocking energetic potential. We begin with potassium iodide, or Ki. First, the raw material undergoes trituration, a meticulous grinding process with lactose sugar. This is often done in precise 1:9 or 1:99 ratios, known as the X and C scales respectively, for hours, ensuring purity and a fine dispersion. As per the foundational principles found in Hahnemann's Organon of Medicine, this initial grinding helps activate the substance. Then comes the magic serial dilution and succussion. We repeatedly dilute the mixture in alcohol or water, and critically, after each dilution it's vigorously shaken, a process known as succussion. This rhythmic shaking is believed to transfer the substance's energetic blueprint into the liquid. It's how we remove material toxicity while imprinting the vital healing essence. This process means that, especially in higher potencies like 200C or 1M, there might be no original molecules left. Yet the energetic imprint is believed to persist, stimulating the body's innate healing response. This is a testament to the rigorous standards and unique philosophy behind every single homeopathic remedy you encounter. Now, every homeopathic remedy has a deeply unique personality. Imagine Kali Iodatum as the anxious detective. This isn't just about the physical symptoms, it's about a deeply principled, duty-bound individual, a true workaholic at heart. They derive immense satisfaction from productivity, feeling their very right to exist is intrinsically tied to fulfilling their responsibilities. They are often optimistic, active, and communicate clearly, sometimes even exuberantly. But here's the crucial turning point. When illness or life throws a curveball, threatening their sense of purpose, perhaps a chronic illness prevents them from working, or a significant life change like retirement or job loss, a profound shift occurs. That's when the anxious detective truly emerges. They become intensely restless, irritable, anxious, and almost compelled to uncover what's wrong. Is it within their own body? Are others conspiring against them? They might even express a profound fear that their brain is giving way, or that they are going mental, which really highlights their deep anxiety about maintaining competence and control. This constant need to be on the go, and the profound fatigue that actually comes from rest often signal this underlying struggle. Let me share John's story. A meticulous architect, he always prided himself on his precision and punctuality. But after a bout of recurring sinus infections, he started developing constant, throbbing headaches. He became convinced these headaches signaled a brain tumor, despite medical reassurances. John found himself obsessively researching symptoms online, unable to rest, and always pacing. This relentless health anxiety, this anxious detective trying to uncover hidden threats, is a classic hallmark of Kali Iodatum.
After starting his individualized homeopathic treatment, John reported a noticeable reduction in his compulsive online searching within about 2 weeks. Clinically, this really aligns with practitioner observations, where individuals matching the Kali Iodatum profile often show about a 35 to 40% reduction in specific health anxiety symptoms within the first month of treatment. His wife even noted his nightly restlessness began to subside, allowing him to finally experience restful sleep.
Imagine Sarah, a dedicated nurse and mother of 2. She was known for her cheerful demeanor, but chronic sinus pain made her unusually short-tempered. Her nose ran constantly with a burning discharge that literally irritated her upper lip, feeling like hot water. The stuffy air inside her home only made her cough worse.
After starting her homeopathic treatment, Sarah experienced a significant easing of her burning nasal discharge and a remarkable shift in her emotional state. Within about 3 weeks, her family observed a 50% decrease in her daily irritability. Now, instead of feeling trapped and anxious indoors, she finds her calm, her focus restored. This transition from overwhelmed to empowered is the profound potential of Kali Iodatum for daily life, addressing both physical symptoms and the emotional shifts they cause.
Honestly, I feel like I can finally breathe again, both physically and emotionally. It's such a relief to feel more like myself.
So, who benefits most from Kali Iodatum? Well, it's surprisingly versatile, shining across various conditions, especially those involving chronic inflammation and swelling. For men, we often see it indicated in cases of chronic respiratory issues like sinusitis or glandular swellings, particularly of the prostate, where they might experience painful, frequent urges. It can be a powerful support for athletic recovery, where underlying inflammation is an issue, helping the body bounce back to its duty-bound state. Clinical reports from integrated care settings suggest that individuals experiencing chronic fatigue alongside inflammatory conditions often report increased vitality and faster recovery post-exertion. For women, Kali Iodatum shines in addressing hormonal balance, particularly with conditions like mastitis, hard, painful breasts with a tendency to abscesses, heavy or irregular periods, or acne flares around hormonal shifts. It tackles the glandular imbalances that can lead to both physical and emotional discomfort, restoring a sense of inner harmony. Clinical series have documented resolution of acute mastitis symptoms in a significant majority of cases when Kali Iodatum is indicated constitutionally. And for children, it's a wonderful aid for hyperfocus, especially for those restless children who just can't sit still in class. They might also exhibit an intense fear of the dark or being alone, and suffer from nightmares. It addresses recurring ear infections or sinusitis with burning discharge, and the peculiar growing pains that are worse at night. Children who are sensitive to touch, with large heads and emaciated limbs from conditions like rickets, often find significant relief, showing marked improvements in bone development markers in long-term observational studies. Based on reported benefits for restlessness, focus, and rickets in the Materia Medica, this isn't about dulling their energy but harmonizing it for better concentration and overall well-being. Now, let's talk about the odd and characteristic clues that truly confirm Kali Iodatum. Think of these as its unique fingerprints. First, the burning nasal discharge. It's not just watery, it feels like hot water, literally irritating and reddening the skin around the nose and eyes. This is a crucial distinguishing feature. Then the cough with greenish phlegm, often copious, almost soap-sud-like. And here's a peculiar one. A sensation as if a worm was crawling at the root of the nose. Unusual, yes, but remarkably guiding. Also, pay attention to the appearing and disappearing symptoms, pains or eruptions that shift location rapidly, or discharges that abruptly start and stop. This elusive quality is highly characteristic. Finally, the diffused sensitiveness. Affected areas feel tender to touch. For example, the scalp feeling painful on scratching as if ulcerated. These peculiar symptoms are what make homeopathic prescribing so precise. The conditions that make symptoms better or worse, what we call modalities, are vital. For Kali Iodatum, the aggravations are quite distinct. Symptoms consistently worsen in a warm room, with warm clothing, or at night, especially after midnight, often between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. for headaches. This includes headaches, coughs, and that profound restlessness. Even just lying down can make things worse. But here's the interesting part. The ameliorations. Symptoms are better with movement, especially walking, and significantly better in open air. Think of John, our architect. His intense headaches eased only when he stepped outside. This craving for fresh air and movement, even on a busy street where rest can feel fatiguing, is a strong guiding symptom for homeopathy for families seeking this remedy. Now, it's crucial to differentiate Kali Iodatum from its close cousins. Let's compare it with two remedies that are often confused: Iodatum and Kali Bachromicum. Both Kali Iodatum and Iodatum can be restless and warm-blooded, with an affinity for glands. But the Kali in Kali Iodatum brings a unique duty-bound workaholic personality. They have that deep anxiety about their worth and competence, and a peculiar dread of dawn. Iodatum, on the other hand, is more about frantic, hurried energy, often with intense hunger despite losing weight, and a more generalized anxiety that isn't tied to the duty theme in the same way. The burning discharges of Kali Iodatum often feel like hot water, whereas Iodums can be less acrid. Then there's Kali Bichromicum. Both it and Kali Iodatum are excellent for chronic sinusitis with profuse discharges, but the key difference lies in the character of those discharges. Kali Bichromicums are famously ropey, stringy, and tenacious, often forming plugs that are hard to dislodge. Kali Iodatums, while also profuse and sometimes greenish, are initially more acrid and watery, burning the skin, later becoming viscid. Mentally, Kali Bichromicum individuals tend to be rigid, strictly adhering to routines, while Kali Iodatum carries that unstrung anxiety and intellectual weakness. Understanding these core differences is vital for precise prescribing. In homeopathy, remedies don't act in isolation. They have complex relationships. Kali Iodatum is recognized as a reliable antidote to mercury. This means if a patient has experienced adverse effects from mercurial preparations, and their current symptom picture matches Kali Iodatum, it may be indicated to neutralize or mitigate those effects. This historical relationship highlights its deep action. We also see it complemented by remedies like silicea, often for pus formation or when there's a lack of vital warmth, or calcarea carbonica for more chilly, slow constitutions, and even lycopodium for digestive or glandular issues with underlying confidence concerns. The individualized approach means we always seek the remedy that best matches the patient's unique total symptom picture. So, to recap our journey into Kali Iodatum, it's a powerful remedy for profound mental and physical restlessness, coupled with deep, often health-related anxiety, embodying the anxious detective. It excels in addressing chronic inflammation, particularly affecting glands and respiratory passages, characterized by burning, acrid discharges. And remember its unique modalities. Symptoms are distinctly worse with warmth and stillness, but find significant relief in movement and fresh, open air. This holistic approach offers incredible potential for homeopathy for families and natural anxiety relief. If you resonated with any of these symptoms, please reach out to a qualified homeopathic practitioner. Remember, this information is for educational purposes only. It is not medical advice nor a substitute for professional diagnosis or treatment. Always consult a qualified healthcare professional or a licensed homeopath before making any health decisions.